Hello, I'm Erin Halvorsen with Rag Rugs by Erin, and what I'm going to be talking to you today, I did show in another video, but it wasn't the focus of the video, and so occasionally someone will share their method of doing it, and so I wanted to do a video that talks specifically about this, and it's actually how to make your sheet yarn or your t-shirt yarn a little sleeker so the corners don't stick out when you're making the no-sew sheet yarn. One of my friends called it the bat wings, and so I like that name. So how to avoid the bat wings on your sheet yarn. So we're going to go ahead and come right in, Lyle, and we'll go ahead and show you how to avoid that and make it a little sleeker. This is 1.5" sheet yarn. I usually don't do it until it's closer to 2" sheet yarn, but I will show you the technique on here anyways. I'm not quite as particular as some of you are. Again, remember, it's a rag rug. So I'm a little bit more relaxed about this. Okay, we're going to be making sheet yarn. It's already been, I cut it this time. Sometimes I rip in, sometimes I cut. So what we're going to do is I'm going to show you how to add no-sew sheet yarn, even though it's done in many videos. So, you know, you fold it over maybe 3/4 of an inch. You make a little slit. I've got both ends together. There's other videos that show this better, how to do this. But what I wanted to show you is, because there's your slit. Some of you make it bigger, some of you make it slower. How to get these little wings off, or bat wings off, is if you take your scissors and you kind of round it just a little bit, like that. When you make your sheet yarn, it's not as visible. Okay, so here's one end and the other end, and see how it's a little sleeker. So now I'm going to go ahead and add the next piece, and I do this little trick. I had it in my shirt so I don't lose it, and you've seen that on another video or two probably. And we're going to do it again, and we're going to add the sheet yarn. Okay, if you say this is too fast, you didn't show enough, I have plenty of videos that show this in detail. I'm just showing the technique of how to avoid the little bat wings. So that's, you can watch one of the other videos that's more in detail. So again, I'm doing that. Might have been a little bit too far. It's hard to talk and do everything just right. I folded them like this, did my little cut to make the slit. Then you fold it the other way. This is so you can do it all at one time. You don't have to do it all this way, but it's easier to me. And you round the edges with your scissors. Okay, now I'm going to add the two pieces and show you how. So you keep it in one consecutive line. Some of you want to do this and you get confused when you're doing it. But you take the one piece of sheet yarn and you lay the other piece on top of it, so you have your slit. Okay? And then you're taking the piece that you're adding, you take the other end. You take the other end and you feed it through the bottom. So you lay the piece on top that you're adding. You take the other end of the one you're adding and you push it through the bottom. Now the one you're adding is now in one big circle, and then you're going to pull the one that you're adding, the other end, through. I'm only doing this so you can see what it looks like, the finished product. And you see how small that addition is too. Okay, so that's a really small knot and you really don't see it. To be honest with you, they're not usually that small. That's really nice. Okay, some of you guys say, what about that hole? Well, you're not going to see that hole when you're crocheting. And if you do, and it stresses you out, remember, it's a rag rug. Okay, so there's a way to kind of get those bat wings gone so you don't see it so much. Maybe in this rug, because I don't know that I did it in this rug, maybe I can find one that wasn't so pretty. Let me see real quick. See, it's a rag rug. I don't even stress about it. Some of you really do. It makes me feel a little bit sad that you get so stressed out about it, that you don't. See, these on the 1.5", it's really not too necessary. It's not particular. Here's one that's a little bit more noticeable. There's a little knot that you can see. But really, when you get to be closer to the 2 inches or bigger or heavier material, it's going to be more advantageous using denim or something like that. So those are the times that you would use that technique if you feel it's necessary. Remember, enjoy, and it's a rag rug. Like, subscribe, and see you next time. Thank you.